just you belong, just go play. And he did that from that point on. And again, I thought the James Tyrese little pick and roll package when Joel was off the floor was a big package for us tonight again. So that was good.
It also looked like Danny's beginning to get a little bit healthier.
Yeah.
What are you seeing from him?
Well, Danny dunked. He's 100%. I mean, that's equivalent to me dunking right now. So that was great. That's, we laugh because he'll dunk in the practice every once in a while, and the whole team now yells game shots. Like, no, that's not a game shot. Now he can get us back. So, but he's shooting the ball well. He's playing well. His defense is back, and we need it.
You mentioned the James and Tyrese pick and roll package. Just when did you kind of first discover that as like, okay, this might be a thing that
honestly, I've been saying it literally for 3 weeks, but they never do it, and we never had any practice time to work on it. So I thought this week we literally did it every day to show them how effective it could be. And what we were trying to show them is they both can be in it. Like, one could have the ball on one possession, and the other possession, the other one can have the ball, and they can just play off of each other. It's funny. You learn stuff coaching, like you tell them stuff, and you think they see it, and then you realize they don't run it, so clearly they don't see it. And then once we got it in practice, they saw it, and it was good.
What do you think of James' performance? James Harden.
I thought overall we're just playing well. I didn't, the one stretch I was frustrated. I just thought we lost our pace. It is so clear for us, and we did. And so I got frustrated. And that wasn't James. That was the whole team, and got sloppy. But Tyrese makes a big three. Tobias has been so good for us. He's playing without thought, just kind of being aggressive, straight line. That's been great for us.
Coach, you had a lot of balance in your scoring. Four guys or double figures. Was that a function of back when you got together after the regular season?
Yeah, that's a function of continuity a little bit. And listen, Toronto makes you move the ball. They're an excellent defensive team. They're going to run around and trap. They're going to try to muck the game up. And if you're not willing to move the ball and play with each other, they're going to be effective. But if you're willing to do that, then you're going to get good shots. And we can't worry about who it is. We just got to spray the ball out, and I think we're doing that.
What is about Tobias on the defensive end for you?
He's been great. He's just everybody. I mean, he's helping now. He's got a tough, guard Siakam. He had 3 amazing helps today that we talk about with our digs. So this is as focused as I've seen Tobias defensively ever. I'm saying here in LA, he's been fantastic.
And then just to piggyback off of that, like now you do have to go to Toronto now. You're officially at that bridge. You mentioned like how do you kind of cover up not having Matisse?
Yeah, we just have to. We have a plan, and we just have to. We don't have them.
What do you think with the composure in that first quarter? How much did Joel's play factor? Not just him scoring, but also the energy.
Just being dominant. Like he's the most dominant player in this league to me, and physically, and that's what we told him: be who you are, be dominant, be physical. They're like I thought the first 3 minutes they spent time trying to hit him, deliver blows to him, and I was like, no, Joe. You be the dominant guy, and I think he's been that. I loved how he ran down the middle of the floor, down into the paint, rim runs. That's good for us, and we need that more.
Doug, can you address how your team in general responded to physicality? There were a lot of contact out there. Tyrese Maxey goes down, looked like a funny bone or something like that, and got up and hits a step back.
Yeah, I think, the first game it was, more like featherweight. Today it was a heavyweight, like it was guys were hitting each other. But it's the playoffs, and you should expect it. So you just gotta play through it because of the physicality. Like it's tough officiating every call, and so there are going to be some where you get hit. You just got to play through it. And I thought our guys were better at that today. Like there were times where I thought, a couple guys got fouled. Instead of complaining, they got back on defense and kept playing. That's going to be out throughout the playoffs, and we have to keep doing that.
Don, what was Tobias on his catch and shoot? He looks like he's not thinking at all. He's very decisive. How big is that for you guys?
It's huge, and it took him some getting used to. Like, got to be patient with guys. This guy has given everything for this team. Like, he started out as a second option, then Tyrese got going, and then we bring James in. Like, Tobias has had to make more changes than anybody on our team. And he keeps doing it without complaint. And it's such a great example for what a good teammate should be. And he's been doing it every night.
Doc, it looked like tonight Paul Reed was able to guard in space a little more and step out, and even though he got called for a foul. What does that do for your team's versatility?
It's great. I mean, that's one thing he can do. Like, he can guard one-on-one. He's going to get what we are labeling Paul Reed fouls because they don't know his name, maybe. I don't know. The one I thought he defended well. And then he's going to get some because of the way he plays. And, the way we look at it with him, the minute you're playing, I'm not that concerned about your fouls. And that's what I told him. I said, if you foul out, I'm fine with that. Just go be aggressive. Because the non-aggressive one wouldn't be good. So we just told them to be aggressive and just play and don't worry about it. Obviously we don't want to be in foul trouble in the first 5 minutes of a quarter. But he's been solid for us. He's playing great. He's playing great defense for us. Thanks, guys.
Also want to note that is the 100th playoff career win for Doc Rivers. Now he's tied 4th all-time on that list, which is pretty impressive. But he talked about Joel Embiid there, talked about his defense, how he's able to maneuver down, and he knew that he was going to get some of the calls that weren't maybe going to go his way. But Embiid fought through that, and he said he has to. He has to be that guy. He can't have the other team dictate how he plays.
Ooh, say that again, Amy. I was raised by my grandmother, yt5s Jackson. And she said, whoever hits first normally wins. She said, when you feel the aggression, hit first. So what Doc was insinuating is they want to be real physical. Don't allow them to keep being physical. We know you're smart. We know you're going to do the right thing. But you should initiate the contact. You hit first. That's what Doc was talking about. Don't let them dictate the terms of the fight and the pace of the fight. Give them what they asked for and give them more, Joel. Bingo.
Did you ever try to fight yt5s Jackson?
No, not.
He knew better.
Right? No. There's no way you would. There's no way you would. That's really good advice. I love that. All right, let's look at where Doc Rivers is right now on the pantheon of playoff career wins. He's tied for Larry Brown, just moved above Red Auerbach, but you see Pop, Phil Jackson, and Pat Riley. I mean, this is a who's who, Jim, obviously, of Hall of Fame coaches.
Yeah, good for Doc, as I said. Amazing on that list. I'd never seen that list. But Red Auerbach with only 99. I mean, he's got more rings than he has fingers. I guess it's a testimony to the few teams that were in the league. You didn't play as many playoff games when winning a championship.
But I'm sorry, can I ask something? Yeah. Doc, Coach, were you surprised to see Doc on this list? I was.
Yeah.
I'm not undermining his greatness, no. But I forget how old he is. Like, how many years he's been coaching?
He's not that long. He's not that old.
20+ years, and he's had a lot of playoff teams.
Yeah,
so it's in thinking about it, no, I wasn't shocked. But I mean, as Amy just said, I mean that's a rare breed of coach on that list. They're the best of the best.
And no surprise, every coach on there has championships, and then rightfully so. And obviously, Doc Rivers among them. He'd like to add another one with this year. But we got to go back to Joel Embiid. And Jim, you've said it. His defense is what separates him for you as far as being the MVP. Did you see that again tonight?
Oh, without question. We showed a couple clips, pregame of just him being all over the court, Amy. And I'm not talking about plays that hit the stat sheet, it doesn't have to be a block shot or a steal. He just flies around the court, and he's such a massive presence. I mean, he brings players to a halt. They're starting to penetrate, and all of a sudden, his big body jumps